Hey, Tanner, where are you gonna bring me downstairs? You brought me up here saying you had something to show, but then you haven't bothered to come get me.
Ugh, if you want to come down, just do it yourself. Huh.
I'm in a wheelchair, you know that.
Oh, my bad. I forgot you couldn't climb up and down stairs by yourself.
Stop teasing already, just come up here, please.
Nope.
What?
I'm heading out for an overseas trip right now.
What the heck?
I'm getting picked up soon, so I don't have time to get you down.
Wait, what are you talking about? You didn't tell me anything about you going on a trip.
No need to tell you anyway. You can't go with those legs, you know.
Then, who are you going with?
My mom.
With Marcia?
She hasn't been abroad before. Since I got a bonus, I decided to take her to Paris, a place she always wanted to go.
You're still such a mama's boy, huh?
What did you say?
She's more important than me, right?
What's wrong with being nice to my mom?
I don't mind you going on a trip with her, but seriously, of all times, you decide to go when I'm having trouble? It's just not right.
Come on, it's your fault for ending up in a wheelchair. Now I have to take care of you. It's a real pain, you know.
I know I've caused you trouble, and I'm sorry about that. I understand the accident was partly my fault.
Okay, so you know.
But how could you leave me up here and go on a trip with your mom? There's no need to be so mean.
Even she thinks you're useless and wants me to divorce you.
That's awful. But you know, if I have to endure being treated like this, I'd rather just divorce you.
Not happening.
Why not?
I heard you're getting a hefty sum from the insurance.
I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear from them.
So why would I ditch a cripple who's like a money-making machine? Huh.
Don't say it like that. If I work hard in rehabilitation, I might be able to walk again.
Don't. If you recover, the amount might go down.
Are you just with me for the money?
Is there anything else? You can't even do basic chores. Just wander around in a wheelchair, taking up space. What's the point of having a woman like that?
I've had enough of all these hurtful remarks.
Then why not just go meet your creator? I'm thinking if you get all depressed about being in a wheelchair and say your goodbyes to this world, the compensation might skyrocket, you know?
What the heck are you even saying? I'm trying my best to get better.
Oops, looks like the car's here. Well, I'm out. I'll be gone for 2 weeks.
Are you seriously leaving me behind?
The one stuck in a wheelchair better tough it up alone. No water or food up there, so you might suffer for a bit. But you'll get used to it soon enough, haha.
Do you think I'm just gonna sit here?
Just so you know, you can't call for help.
Why not?
Wi-Fi is gonna cut off soon, so it's a waste trying to call anyone, haha.
I still have cellular.
Your phone's being disconnected. You've been home and barely using it, so never noticed, huh?
You're so calculating.
Once I get back in 2 weeks, I'll take away your phone and erase the history. Perfect crime.
Do you want me gone that much?
Yup, seriously, a nuisance. Can't deal with a woman who can't walk.
I see. I get it.
Thought about just taking direct action, but that seemed kinda scary, you know. So I figured this was the best way.
If I endure thirst and hunger, maybe God will come to pick me up.
Oh, you're getting motivated.
Yeah, feels like there's no point being here.
Good girl. The tricky part is having the will to live, haha.
But if I kick the bucket here, this house becomes a crime scene, you know.
All set with a blue tarp for that.
It's not that easy, I think.
Don't move out of the tarp. It'll be a hassle to deal with later, okay? It'll be easier if I just roll you up and toss away.
Got it.
Well, I'm gonna cut off the Wi-Fi now. Don't come back to lie and haunt me. Okay? I'm scared of that kind of stuff, you know?
Alright, got it. I love you.
Huh?
I'll watch over you once I'm gone. I'll be by your side forever.
Stop it, seriously. Well then, good luck. Meredith, I just landed. Oh right, forgot you don't have Wi-Fi. Anyway, maybe you're already gone. Darn you. You've really done terrible harm. Meredith? I won't let you get away with this. How could you do something so awful to her? Who's this? Josh, Her brother. Oh, him. Why do you have her phone? I couldn't get in touch with her, so I came over. And this is how I find my sister. Well, why is she left upstairs in her wheelchair? Well, maybe she started rehabilitation. I saw the chat history. You intentionally left her up here. Oh, you saw that? I was planning to erase it later. You pulled this stunt and then went on a trip? Outrageous. Why are you so mad? What kind of person wouldn't be upset after seeing their family end up like this? I should be the one to get upset, you know. I married her because she was a healthy, strong woman, but then she became useless after the accident. If that's the case, you should have split up, like she suggested. You kept her around for the money, but treated her like a nuisance. I'm the type to use whatever's available. You're the lowest human. Can't believe you call yourself her husband. Once she ended up in a wheelchair, my love for her disappeared. With no Wi-Fi, no water, no food, she must have suffered a lot. Did she seriously kick the bucket there? Yeah. Man, she's really dumb, huh? What did you say? I mean, her legs are bad, but her arms still work, right? She could have crawled to the stairs and tumbled down. That would have caused more injuries. But isn't it better than starving? She probably gave up on living, unloved by her husband and with no hope for the future. Maybe she just wanted to be liberated from all that pain. If that's the case, I guess it's good for her? Hey Josh, you're not thinking about turning me into the police, right? What you did is a crime. Abandonment of a dependent person. Come on, don't exaggerate. It was just a typical couple's fight. If you say I had no malicious intent, then I won't be charged, right? Right up until the battery died, she was writing a message for you in the Notes app. I'll copy and paste here right now. Oh. Always by your side, watching over you. Ugh. Even if I become just a soul, I won't leave you. What the heck? Kinda creepy. She's probably holding a grudge against you. Oh man, this is giving me goosebumps. Maybe she's next to you right now. Cut it out. You can't deal with ghosts or anything like that. My grandma was sensitive to the supernatural. I've been hearing those unexplainable stories since I was a kid. Spirits that can't move on are a real pain, so be careful. I'm heading to Voodoo Lady right now. Why? I'm gonna get a purification done. Are you going to cast off my precious sister's soul? Look, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm sure she doesn't want me to be miserable either. I doubt that. I'll use the money she left wisely. What about the funeral and the grave? Please handle them. Are you sure about that? As long as I'm fine after the purification. I get your point now. Listen, I just got off a long flight and I'm tired. The house feels eerie, so I won't go back for a while. I'll stay at my mom's place until I feel okay. If it's messy, please clean it up for me. Got it. Josh, pick up! Man, what is it at this early hour? Thank goodness, you still haven't canceled her phone number. I don't have your contact. I was worried I couldn't get in touch with you. What do you want? I've had it, man. Had what? I hear Meredith's voice at night. She sounds agonizing, saying, I'm hungry, I want something to eat. How sad. Because she left on an empty stomach. Have you been praying for her soul over there? Offer her favorite snacks at her grave. That's useless, you know. She's haunting you out of resentment. Oh God, spare me. You know what? I think I had a glimpse of a long-haired woman giving me an icy stare from the shadow yesterday. She looked just like her. If it's not just a voice but also appearing, that's strong evidence of deep resentment. Seriously? Anything else? There shouldn't be anyone else in the house but me, but I hear noises, and when I come home from work, things are out of place. That's proof that she's around. Have you been going back home regularly? Yeah, but I'm scared to go upstairs. Also, the blue tarp I put on the floor upstairs was folded and placed in the downstairs closet. Did you do that? Blue tarp? I tossed it after finding her, so it shouldn't be there. Really? Oh no. So that means she might have put it in the closet. No way. She can't do that, can she? She was a meticulous person, you know. Even as a soul, she probably couldn't stand leaving things messy. No way. I'm freaking out. Do something. Did you get a purification done? I did. I paid $250, but there's been no effect. Maybe you need to go again. Oh man, really? If you go for a proper purification, it should cost more than that. Is it that expensive? I think I remember my grandma saying something like that. Can I just ask her to do it for me? She's long gone. Darn it. I can't go on like this. I hear her voice every night crying, I'm in pain, I'm lonely. Well, since that's gonna last a lifetime, you'll get used to it eventually. No freaking way! She's your sister! Take responsibility and help her move on. Should have taken care of her yourself instead of neglecting her. I feel bad about it. That's why I apologize to her out loud every night. But then I hear her say she won't forgive me. It's so freaky that I feel like I'm going crazy. Just suck it up. Hey, come over here and try to talk to her. Nope. Later, man. Wait, Josh! Hey, Meredith, I got a message from Tanner earlier. Sounded like he was pretty freaked out.
He's scared of things like the supernatural big time. If he watches scary shows on TV, he can't even go to the bathroom alone at night.
Seriously, he's such a kid.
I'm getting tired of haunting his place every night now.
I can't believe you pulled this stunt for this long.
I'm pissed off, you know. Money and divorce ain't gonna make it right.
True. When I saw those messages, I was ready to blow a fuse too.
I'm glad you came over that day. You saved my life, you know.
I had work near your place, so I just dropped by. Nobody answered the door, and when I realized your phone was disconnected, I felt something was off. Then I heard your voice from the upstairs window.
When I saw you, I swear I felt the presence of Jesus, the Savior.
The front door was locked, but luckily the kitchen window was open. I didn't expect you to be left stranded on the second floor, though.
If I really wanted to, I guess I could have gone down by clinging to the railing.
Well, you might have slipped all the way down and added more injuries. It was risky to do it on your own. Anyhow, it's awesome that you're walking again.
Yeah, my recovery was so fast that even my physio was dumbfounded. I was determined to walk again, especially to get back at Tanner.
Anger is a powerful thing. I can feel it when I look at you.
But seriously, he didn't even think about my funeral and stuff. It ticks me off even more.
When are you gonna come clean? I'm sure he's gonna figure it out soon, even though he's an airhead.
Never.
Seriously?
He can stay scared for the rest of his life. You can just tell him that the funeral was done, only with the family.
But what about the marriage record? If he checks it online, he'll easily find out.
That idiot doesn't even understand any legal procedures. Just make up some excuse and have him sign the divorce papers.
Is he that dumb?
Yeah, super dumb. Even when we got married, he was clueless about the paperwork. He thought once he proposed, we were legally married.
Why'd you marry someone like that?
I found his airheadedness cute back then. Now I seriously regret it, though.
The tarp thing, too. I mean, you'd think he'd imagine the police coming to clean it up. But more than worrying about getting arrested, he's only scared of supernatural phenomena. It's pretty crazy.
Well, what am I going to do to him today?
Having a spare key gives you an upper hand, huh? You can sneak into the house whenever you want.
Yeah, he's such a sissy, you know. It's amusing how he freaks out with just a little scare. I guess I'm going to hide in the closet again and play some pranks today.
You're such a quirk.
Considering what he did to me, karma won't bite me.
Don't go too far, though.
Well, I guess I'll give him a fanfare tonight.
Help me, Josh. I'm going insane. I was in the bathroom and someone knocked. There's only me in the house. I almost wet myself. Thankfully, I was in the bathroom.
Honey?
What?
It's me, Meredith.
Stop it. I'm really losing it.
Help me, honey. I'm in pain.
Please, stop it, Josh.
Okay, should we switch to a voice call? You want to hear your beloved wife's voice, right?
No way, it's too scary to talk directly. Is this really Meredith? So you are alive?
No.
A person who's not in this world can't text.
Don't you know, I can use telepathy to send messages on the phone.
What?
Being sent off by you, I wander aimlessly with nowhere to go. It's painful, it's lonely. I won't forgive you.
I hear it every night.
You were in the bathroom for quite a while earlier.
My stomach hasn't been great lately. It's your fault.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what to do. I can't leave you.
Please, just go somewhere else.
I remember something my grandma said a long time ago. If I release my attachment to this world, I can find peace.
So, what should I do?
Please, divorce me.
Divorce? You're not in this world anymore, so what does it matter?
But you haven't done any paperwork, right? We're technically still married, so I guess I can't let go of you. Ask Josh. He'll tell you how to go through the process.
Got it. Anything else? If you have any lingering attachments, tell me.
You need to include that you're giving up all shared property in the divorce papers.
What the heck?
We were saving money for the future, right?
I'm planning to use it for another trip with Mom.
Oh, really? Then maybe I should visit her after this.
Stop it, don't scare her.
So you'll do what I say, right?
Okay, whatever. What do I do with the money, then?
I want you to give everything to Josh.
That'll just benefit him.
But you've left all my funeral arrangements and the grave to him without contributing a penny, right?
Fine. Divorce and money. If that's what it takes for you to find peace.
And some alimony.
Huh? Are you kidding me? You're alive, aren't you? You're pulling a prank on me.
How I wish I was still living. I'm behind you right now. Can't you feel me? You're wearing a black hoodie and gray sweatpants.
Oh, yeah. But that's just what I usually wear. You just guessed it.
There's a beer bottle and potato chips on the table. With that kind of diet, you'll get a beer belly.
Oh my god. I can't see you, but are you really here?
Yes, I am. Being able to communicate with you like this through telepathy means you know what might happen next, right?
What?
If I really try, I might be able to bring you to my side.
You...
Be careful when you're waiting for the traffic lights or driving a car.
Stop it. Don't take me with you.
Going to heaven alone is kind of boring, you see. I'd rather go with you.
I don't want to go there yet.
So, will you do what I say?
Got it. I'll do everything you say. Just please go away tonight.
There's one more thing you need to do.
What the heck?
Going to the police.
But if I do that, I might get arrested and end up in jail for the rest of my life.
Don't worry, I'll be with you whether it's the police, jail, or the afterlife.
Wait, didn't Josh call the police? Why haven't they visited me yet?
Just noticed?
Something's off. What's going on?
I stopped them with my telepathy.
You can do that too?
I can do anything. Oh, by the way, you seem tired. How would you like a shoulder rub?
No, stop following me around.
If you accomplish everything I said, I should be able to find peace.
Okay, I promise I will, so go away.
After I've seen it through.
I'll make sure to do everything right.
Then police will be the last stop after everything else is done. Got it?
Fine, just disappear already.
Tanner went through with the divorce proceedings as I instructed, handed over the money to Josh, and turned himself into the police. He was temporarily held in custody under the abandonment of a dependent, but there were no charges filed against him. After all, I've been saved by Josh and I'm still here. Since he's an airhead and doesn't quite grasp the situation, he continues to live in fear of my ghostly presence. Just for fun, I called him the other day. He freaked out, thinking it was a call from the afterlife, and hung up immediately. And get this, my ex-mother-in-law, who went on a trip with him, believes his story and thinks I've become a ghost. They'll probably be living the rest of their lives scared of random sounds and shadows. Serves them right. On the other hand, I worked hard on my rehabilitation and can now walk as before. I've also returned to work and currently commute from my parents' place. I'm planning a family vacation soon to thank my brother for helping me.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Ashley. slave. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Ashley. How are you? I have to tell you something. That guy was definitely cheating. What? I got a message from the woman he was cheating with, so I took a screenshot and I'll send it to you now. It's a long message, so you'll have to read it to the end to understand what's going on. Just read it anyway. Then we'll talk about it in detail. Okay. Hey, this woman, Isabel? Yeah, she's my sister-in-law. She became my sister-in-law when my mom remarried my dad. She rarely visits her parents' home and often avoids all the formalities with relatives, saying it's too much trouble. I don't know if you've met her much. I've only heard stories about her and Ashley's husband. Yeah, she's the one who took my husband away from me and took the father away from our child. Right, so that's how it is. That woman again. I mean, that conversation. She clearly missed the point. Yeah, right? I thought she lost her brain or something. This time, should I confront it head on? Yeah, if you can. To be honest, I'm practically irrelevant, and if I'm being pressured to get a divorce, there's nothing I can do about it. Besides, this is good timing for Auntie, right? It is. I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly, but it's like a summer insect flying into the fire, right? I guess so. It's funny that her bad luck strikes like this, just because she rarely shows up at family gatherings. I bet she didn't expect it either. Well then, shall we start preparing for a counterattack right away? Sure, I'll just go with the flow on my end. If needed, I can come back over there in time for the counterattack. How about that? Sure. Please do come if you can. I'm sure you'll see something interesting. Ashley, I'm moving there tomorrow. You did make a room for me, right? So with that in mind, please take care of things, okay? Miss Housekeeper? Isabel. Hello. I'm your aunt, Rebecca. I asked Ashley to use her phone. What? My aunt? Yes. No, I don't have an aunt. My father is an only child. The woman he remarried is my sister, so I'm your mother's sister. Then you're a stranger to me. Ashley thinks she can scare me by involving a stranger aunt. I guess she hasn't changed her timid personality. If that's the case, it's convenient because it's easy to treat her as a housekeeper. I'm sorry to interrupt you while you're so excited all by yourself. What? In conclusion, Michael is my husband. Huh? What are you talking about? You were too lazy to show up at any of my family gatherings. You must have had a relationship with each other without even noticing. Even though you two are not related by blood, we're still relatives. It's truly disgusting. Huh? Ah, I get it. I know it's Ashley pretending to be aunt. Oh my God. Do you want to go that far to interrupt my lovey-dovey life with Mikey Pie? You're too much of a wimp. You're really pathetic. I guess you really don't have a brain. What? Let me put it simply and plainly. I made Michael write divorce papers and kicked him out of the house, and I just filed the papers earlier. What? I had been aware of Michael's affair for a long time, but I didn't have any solid proof. And then you, the cheating partner, brought it to me yourself. Really, it was really good timing. Thank you. I finally got a divorce. Now I can be free of that lousy husband of mine. I know it's hard to take care of him, but you're the one who's going to have to do it from now on. I'll have you and Michael move out of the house too. What? Wait! Huh? I thought you didn't want to be divorced. If a housewife gets divorced, she'll be out on the street. That's why I said I'd make you my housekeeper. Why should Mikey Pie be kicked out of his own house? That house is in my name. What? I inherited it from my father. Michael and I get divorced. He has no choice but to leave the house. Even you can understand this level of logic, right? What? Wait a minute. Are you really my aunt? You're not impersonating my idiot sister-in-law? Yes, I am. I've been saying that for a while now. Wait, what? Wait a minute. I just remembered something. I heard a long time ago that Ashley has a relative who inherited a company from her father who runs it. Oh, so you knew. Is that you? And that luxury house is in your name? That's weird, because I saw it. Ashley came out of that house, and Mikey Pie came out of that house too. I thought, if they're living together, they must be husband and wife. When was this? 6 months ago. Oh, if it was around that time, Ashley came back to America temporarily for about 2 weeks with your child. Came back to America? Yes, she stayed at our house during that time. Have you seen Ashley since then? I haven't, but... Well, it's natural that you haven't. She's in charge of my company's overseas division now. She's living abroad with her kids. Huh? If you don't believe me, take a look at my company's website. You'll find a picture of Ashley's face as the person in charge of overseas business development. By the way, she's back home temporarily now for the first time in 6 months. Both of us are watching That's pretty much all I have to say. Please look forward to the arrival of my lawyer.
Oh no! There's no way I could be wrong. This must be a lie.
It seems like I finally got through to her in our conversation. Probably. What is clear now is that the father of the baby was never found out, as a result of relying on her parents who had already disowned her. The baby was taken away from her as soon as it was born. The child was adopted by a relative who had no children. Isabel also has 2 young kids whom her ex-husband took custody of. The children have completely rejected her, and she is not allowed to visit them at all. It is no exaggeration to say that Isabel has lost everything. She is now living in extreme poverty, working morning and night to pay the alimony demanded by my aunt and the child support for her children.
Hi, Sarah. Instead of asking you, Sarah? Oh, I'm really sorry, Sarah. My stupid sister is always terrible. You don't have to apologize, Tom. There's something else that's been bothering me. Huh? Mary's been acting differently than usual. She seems annoyed not only with me, but also with someone else. She also said she was annoyed about the company she left. Tom, do you know anything about that? Oh, so that's how it is. Now I know why Mary tried to get rid of you. She was just taking out on you. I heard that the boss she had a crush on dumped her. I guess that's why she wanted to kick you out of the house. What? Because of a broken heart? Apparently, she had a crush on her boss at work for a long time. So, she confessed her feelings to him, but it turned out he had a wife. And he loves her very much. No matter how hard Mary tried, she couldn't win him over. She said no matter how sexy she tried, she was never taken seriously at all. You can't make a move on a married boss. So she asked him to show her a picture of his wife. She convinced him that one look would make her give up on him. But the wife, according to her, was pretty ugly. In other words, she didn't lose to a beautiful woman, but to an ugly woman, and her pride wouldn't allow it. So she quit the company in a fit of anger. It's an unimaginable reason for leaving. She was always boasting about her beauty, but from that day on, it got worse. She kept cursing his wife for being ugly on the phone that day. I think that's why she hates you even more. But that's just taking it out on you. And I don't understand the idea of kicking you out of my parents' house. She can't take her anger out on her boss or his wife. I'm just the perfect sandbag to replace them. I'm sorry for everything. If I refuse her to move in with us, it'll only cause more trouble for sure. Maybe I should just do as she wants and leave. What? I don't want you to do that. I don't want to live without you, Sarah. My parents love you too. The four of us have been happily living together until today. You're right. Your parents are very considerate of me, and I'm very comfortable with them. It would be a shame for me to leave such a house because of Mary. Let's talk about the future together, including my parents. I can't believe she was trying to get rid of you. I didn't think she'd be that selfish. She's gone too far. I don't think we can handle this on our own. You're right. I think I'm at the end of my rope here. Okay, I'm going to finish work early and go home. I'll explain everything to my parents.
Hey, you! Looks like you asked my brother for help. I heard you snitch to him that I was trying to kick you out.
I didn't snitch. I just talked to my husband.
You went to him because you thought he would be on your side. But I'm sorry. He promised me he'd get rid of you.
What?
At first, he was lecturing me about all kinds of things, but I guess big brothers have a weakness for little sisters. And I'm such a beautiful and cute sister. Finally, he said he would respect my feelings. He said he'll make sure I don't have to face his ugly wife. So, I'm going back to my parents' house now.
What? You're going back to your parents' house already?
I've already canceled the room I've been living in. Ugly sister-in-law, have you moved out yet? I bet my brother is tired of his ugly wife too.
If that's the case, I've already left.
I can finally go back to my parents' house. I can finally spend a stress-free and relaxing time. Why didn't you tell me sooner if you've already left?
I figured you'd come over in a week whether or not I tell you.
Why don't you divorce my brother already? He doesn't want you around either. You're an ugly wife. You're separated. What's the point of being married anymore?
Hey, who said I don't want Sarah around? I have no intention of divorcing her, and I'm not gonna separate from her in the first place. Your brother left his parents' house with his precious wife.
What?
You're such a... Don't make up my words on your own. It's true I said I respect your feelings, but I never said anything about kicking Sarah out. I just got fed up with you and gave up on you. We've decided to leave because you're such a pain in the ass.
What? Brother?
Listen, don't ever contact Sarah again. I don't want you to have anything to do with Sarah anymore.
Wait a minute. What's this all about? Why are you leaving with Sarah? Aren't you tired of your plain-looking ugly wife? I think you said you're sick of living with her.
I told you not to make up my words on your own. When did I say that? I care about Sarah, and there's no way I'll ever get tired of her. She always takes care of our family. How can I consider such a wonderful wife an annoyance?
What? Then, when you said you'd make sure I don't have to face Sarah, you meant that you two were going to leave together?
That's what I meant. I am fed up with you boasting about your beauty and looking down on others. Sarah and I have no intention of seeing you again.
I don't get it at all. Why are you leaving with your ugly wife? Why don't you just divorce her? Why are you being so nice to an ugly wife?
Shut up, you ugly bitch! I don't want a divorce. I want to cut ties with you. You are the one who's always complaining about other people's looks. We don't want you in our family.
What? You don't want me, your beautiful sister, in your family? Why do you say that? It's a fact that I'm beautiful and Sarah is plain looking and ugly. Why do you care more about her than me?
You don't understand anything. Anyway, I gave you what you wanted. Sarah's not at home anymore. This should be enough for you. If you're satisfied with that, don't bother us again.
Don't get carried away now that you've got my brother on your side. You're an ugly bitch after all. I can't believe you contacted me right after being told to stay out of my life. Shut up, you ugly bitch! Everything about you really pisses me off. Why can ugly women marry and have husbands who are kind to them? I'm a beautiful woman and I can't get married. This is so weird. What? I even won a beauty contest in college. I'm undeniably beautiful. And yet my boss rejected me. And my brother prefers his ugly wife over me. What the hell is going on here?
Calm down a bit, Mary. There's a lot of anger mixed up in you.
Shut up! Why do you all treat me, a beautiful woman, like I'm not important? Everyone should give me more special treatment. I am so pretty and beautiful. Unlike you ugly people, I make an effort to be beautiful. I can't allow ugly people to be happier than me.
Well, Tom told me what happened. I heard that your boss at work, whom you had a crush on, had a wife. I sympathize with you for getting dumped. But right now, you're just exploding with resentment.
Shut up, you ugly bitch! What do you know about my feelings?
By the way, about your boss, could it be someone called Richard Green?
Huh? What do you mean by that? How do you know my boss's name?
I knew it. To tell you the truth, my friend's husband works at the same place as you. I was wondering if he is related to your story.
What? Your friend's husband?
A man who loves his wife so much and flatly refuses your wooing. I thought it might be her husband, and I was right. I had no idea that my friend's husband was your boss. What? But if that's the case, you can rest assured, Mary. You couldn't beat his wife even if heaven and earth were turned upside down. Because she won not only the Miss University contest, but also the Miss Universe contest. Huh? So, don't be so downhearted. You lost to an overwhelmingly beautiful woman. Even you can't be the world champion. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? My boss's wife is a friend of yours, and that ugly woman is the winner of Miss Universe? That's impossible. He showed me her picture and she was ugly. Maybe that picture is his phone's standby screen, right? What? How did you know that? Actually, my friend had told me about it before. She said that she's happy that her husband loves her so much. However, she's a little bothered by the fact that he assures her that she's cute even when she's not wearing makeup or sleeping with half-open eyes. What? What's more, he put a picture of her on his phone's standby screen. It was taken from a low angle with her bare face just waking up. No matter what she says to him, he won't change it because he thinks she's cute. But a picture like that should make even the most beautiful woman look ugly, right? What? So, she must have looked ugly in that standby photo, but in reality, she's a very beautiful woman. She's so beautiful that she won a world championship. She's my best friend. What's that? I can't believe that that his wife is that beautiful. Aren't you happy? You didn't lose to an ugly girl. You lost to a stunningly beautiful woman. That makes you more happy in terms of your pride, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right. There's no way a beautiful woman like me would lose to an ugly one. If his wife is so beautiful, no wonder my tricks didn't work on him. It's not because I'm not attractive. No, I don't think you're attractive. Facial beauty and attractiveness are two different things. Huh? You look down on people just because they are not beautiful and make fun of them. A person like that, no matter how beautiful she is not attractive at all. Huh? You're an ugly girl. Don't suddenly start talking so cheeky. Don't get carried away just because my brother is on your side. After all, he's the only one who's on your side. I have more allies. Even your parents moved out of their house with us. What? After we told them we are leaving, they wanted to go with us. So, we all decided to move to a bigger apartment together. Huh? Wait a minute! Even Mom and Dad are moving out of their house. Then I'll be the only one living there. That's what it's going to be like. I stopped them, saying I felt sorry for you. But they said they don't want to live with a daughter who won't even pay back the money. What? Your parents have told me about it. I think it's good that you try to be beautiful, but you borrowed money from your parents to pay for your beauty treatments. The total money is almost $20,000, and you have never repaid any of it. Oh, no, that's... You are indeed a beautiful daughter with pretty face to look at, but you are just wasting their money and they have lost their love for you. Your parents want to take this opportunity to distance themselves from you. Oh, that's terrible! It's as if they chose an ugly girl over a beautiful one. At this point, all you can talk about is pretty or ugly. Looks aren't everything, and what does it matter if you're beautiful or not? Even Miss Universe is not only about face, but also about intelligence and humanity. In that sense, you are not beautiful at all, Mary.
What did you say?
You're just a self-proclaimed beauty. You call yourself an undeniable beauty, but no one thinks you're a beauty.
Huh?
You should chill out a little at your spacious parents' house. Well then, take care, self-proclaimed beauty. Even if you keep making fun of me, I'll try to be beautiful in my own way. After that, Mary did not calm down, but decided to prove her beauty to everyone and recklessly applied for the Miss Universe pageant as fast as she could. However, she was rejected in the first round. This infuriated Mary, and instead of looking for a job, she began applying to entertainment agencies one after another. However, she was turned down by all of them. Finally, the marriage agency she had secretly registered with rejected her. There are tons of complaints from male registrants to you. Please polish your inner self first and then re-register. I heard that's what the marriage agency told her. By the way, what about me? I have talked Tom's parents about building a two-family house. They're planning to pay half of the cost by selling their former house. If that happens, Mary will be kicked out of her parents' house. I just hope that she will find a job and get out of the house quickly before that happens.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Hey sis, long time no see. Helen, why don't you respond?
Who are you?
Come on, don't act like you don't know me. I'm your little sister, Emma.
Emma? I thought I blocked you 5 years ago. Why are you texting me?
That's terrible. How can you block your own sister? Mom and Dad have cut me off, so when I ask them to give me your contact information, they ignore me. I had to create another phone number to contact you, you know.
I can't believe you went through all that trouble to contact me. You must have something really important to tell me, right?
What?
I told you I will never forgive you. I told you never to contact me again.
You're so cold. Are you still mad at me? It's been 5 years. Forget about the past. Besides, we're sisters. Can't I at least text you?
I don't consider you my sister. You took my husband away from me. You may forget it, but I'll never forget it.
You're still holding on to that? You're a vindictive sister, aren't you?
Emma, you seduced my husband when I wasn't looking. Of course I'm still mad because you ruined my family.
It couldn't be helped. It's your fault for letting your guard down. If you don't want to lose your husband, you need to refine yourself as a woman. If you're off guard after getting married, a hot girl like me would take your husband away from you.
Well, in a way, I'm grateful to you too. Because of you, I realized that my ex-husband was a man who would be swayed by a slut like you.
Don't talk like that. It's natural for a man to choose a beautiful woman over an ugly one.
So what do you want? I'm busy right now. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Nonsense? Oh, you're so icy. I had to tell you something today.
What is it?
I'm actually expecting a baby.
Wow, congratulations.
Aren't you surprised?
Not really.
Whose baby do you think it is?
You stole Alex from me and you're having a baby with him, right?
No, I'm not. Alex and I broke up a long time ago.
What? You're divorced already?
It's not that surprising, is it? Divorces are nothing unusual nowadays. It's natural to break up when love grows cold.
Love grows cold? In your case, you stole my husband away from me to get married. That's how much you loved Alex, right? Mom and Dad couldn't forgive you for stealing my husband away from me. They even banned you from visiting their house.
Of course I liked Alex at first, but after a year together I got bored.
Bored?
When we used to date while hiding from you, it was fun and thrilling. But when Alex was completely mine, there's not much stimulation. Alex is just an ordinary guy, you know. To be honest, it's boring to be with him.
You ruined my family. You are such a terrible person.
I'm sorry. I feel like I treated Alex like disposables. I should have returned him to you before throwing him away.
No thanks. I don't even like Alex anymore. So you have a new husband now, right?
I'm not married yet.
What? You're okay with having a baby before getting married?
I'd like to avoid that, so I'm thinking I'll have to get registered soon. My boyfriend, who is the father of my baby, says he wants to marry me too.
Well, that's great. Well, I wish you all the best. The conversation is over now.
No.
What?
Helen, here's the thing.
Huh?
Who do you think is the father of the child?
I don't know.
He's going to be your sister's husband. You're not interested?
I'm not interested. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, I'll give you a hint. He's the one who was closest to you.
Who's that?
Max.
Max?
Yep, I stole your husband again.
My husband?
Max is your husband. He's so cool. He's a famous dancer. You know, Helen, you found a pretty nice guy for a plain 30-something woman like you. I can't believe you got married to a super hot dancer before I knew it.
What?
But he's too good for you, so I stole him from you.
Max is not my husband.
Huh? What's wrong, Helen? Maybe you're too shocked. You don't even know who your own husband is?
I know what I'm saying. He's really not my husband.
I see. Poor Helen.
Huh?
You don't want to admit that your sister took your husband. That's why you're trying so hard to deflect reality.
I think I'm looking at reality. By the way, where did you meet Max?
My friend invited me to a group blind date and Max was there. I hadn't seen you for years. I didn't even know if you got married. So at first I just thought he was a really cool guy. But when I sat down next to him and talked to him, he surprised me. He was your husband. I flirted with him as much as I could.
Oh, I see.
It's a small world, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm always stealing your important people.
No, it's okay. I don't really care about him. But are you sure you're okay with Max?
You're playing tough again. I'm sure your husband will ask you for a divorce soon. Be sure to comply straightforwardly. You and Max don't have any children yet, right? Just give up on him and look for another husband. You're already 32 years old. You'll lose your chance if you don't act soon.
You know what, Emma? Let me ask you something. Why did you think Max was my husband?
What? Max himself told me.
He did?
He said Helen is my wife, but he also said you're prettier than her, so I'm getting together with you.
I see.
That means you lost to me. Well, there's no way you can beat me, Helen.
I've always wondered, why do you go after my boyfriend or husband? Ever since we were teenagers, whenever I had a boyfriend, you always tried to steal him away.
It's payback.
What? Payback? Payback for what? Did I do something bad to you?
Ever since we were kids, you've been an honor student who's good at studying, playing sports. You've always had a good reputation among the teachers at school. I've always been compared to you, and I've always felt frustrated.
Huh? That's not my fault, is it?
Why is that? I had a rough childhood because of you. Do you know how I felt when I was always told that my sister was so much better than me?
It may have been hard for you to be compared to me, but you were always trying to look for an easy way out. You always tried to take it easy and never put any effort into your studies or sports. You were always skipping school. I wasn't born with talent. I worked harder than anyone else, and that's why I got the results I did.
There you go. You always told me to work hard. That kind of honor student attitude pisses me off. Well, I was a total failure in everything I did. The only thing I had that was better than you was my face, so I used my beauty as a weapon. That's how I decided to steal your boyfriends.
That's absurd. So you were competing against me for such a stupid reason.
When I stole your boyfriend and saw the look of frustration on your face, I felt a sense of accomplishment.
You're such a wicked person.
But don't worry, I'm satisfied now that I'm giving birth to your husband's child. This is the end of my revenge. I want to get married before the baby is born. You should just admit defeat and divorce your husband. I'm not even married to him, and you're asking me to divorce him. You may not like it, but I need to get married as soon as possible. I heard from a friend of mine. I heard that everything is just easier if you get married and start living together before the baby is born. Oh, yes, so. That's why I want you to leave your husband as soon as possible. In exchange, when the baby is born, I'll tell you first. You don't have to tell me. Don't be shy. You want to see pictures of the baby, right? I don't need to see them. Don't say that. It's me and Max's baby. The baby is going to be so cute. I'll send you lots of pictures. Look forward to it. Helen, I'm so touched. Thank you for divorcing your husband so quickly. What? Thanks to you, Max and I are now a married couple. I'm so glad. To be honest, I was worried if you would leave your husband before I had the baby. But you're so kind, Helen. You backed down gracefully for your little sister's sake. I'll pay you compensation, so please forgive me for taking your husband away from you. I'm not divorced, and I don't want compensation. What? Why are you lying? Do you regret leaving him now? I didn't leave my husband. Are you going to be so stubborn again? Max said he's single now. He's single because he divorced you. So you really got married to Max? That's right. You may have a hard time from now on, but hang in there. What? What do you mean hard time? He's a successful top-class dancer. I'm not going to have a hard time. Instead, I'm going to live a gracious life. A gracious life? So I'll pay you compensation as much as you want. I don't want compensation. Why not? I stole your husband away from you. You have the right to demand compensation from me. I think you're wrong about that. Anyway, I can't get compensation. You don't have to be so stubborn. Well, if you ever need money, just let me know. You're divorced and heading straight for poverty. You don't have to be shy. Okay. Helen, sorry to have kept you waiting. I gave birth to the baby of the man I stole from you. A cute little girl who looks just like Max. I'm sorry for you, Helen. He divorced you before I had the baby, but I'm happy I took away your happiness. I'll be happy for you. Max is crazy about our daughter, too. First of all, congratulations on the birth. But I'm going to say it again. That man is not my husband. Huh? I didn't tell you for a long time because you kept talking about it one-sidedly. I have a husband and a child. Of course, my husband is not Max. He's someone else. What? You've already remarried? If you have a child, does that mean your new husband had a child? No, I got married to my current husband 2 years after my divorce from Alex. Our child is 2 years old now. You're lying. So it's true that Max isn't your husband? That's what I've been saying all along. But he said you're his wife. Such a troublesome person. He has a habit of telling lies. So he was lying to me? It's true that after I divorced Alex, I started going out with Max, who was introduced to me by a friend of mine. But we were together only for a short time and we broke up early. Of course, we never got married. Then why did Max lie about you being his wife? When I broke up with Max, he made a big fuss saying he didn't want me to leave him. Max wanted to marry me. Even after we broke up, Max and his parents followed me around for a while. Oh my god, even his parents? After I started dating my current husband, they stopped following me. He had a desire for me to be his wife. Maybe that's what he told you, that I was his wife. Oh no, so you're saying that I wasn't able to take your husband away from you? I'm afraid so. You surprised me. We've only been dating for a little over a month. I couldn't believe he called me his wife. I was also horrified that Max was still obsessed with me. Helen, you should have told me that earlier. I was so happy to think I'd succeeded in plundering your husband. Well, he's my ex-boyfriend, so just let it go at that. No way. It's boring to be with a guy you've already broken up with. Let me ask you something. If you knew Max wasn't my husband, you wouldn't have married him? No, that's not true, because Max is a famous dancer. Too bad he wasn't your husband, but I got a rich and handsome husband. I'm happy with that. That's the thing. And might you believe he's a famous dancer? Wait, is that a lie too? Bingo. Ugh. Max probably said I'm a famous dancer. But Emma, have you ever been to one of his performances? Have you seen him on TV or on the internet?
Come to think of it, I've never seen him perform.
I know Max likes to dance, but he's by no means famous. He uploads his dance videos on video sites every once in a while, but the number of views is always in the single digit.
What?
So he's not a famous dancer, but a self-proclaimed dancer. He's actually a poor freelancer.
A freelancer?
Did you really think Max was a professional dancer?
Well, he was practicing his dances very hard, and when he took off his clothes, he was so muscular.
He's not muscular because he's a dancer. I think he's muscular because he works part-time doing hard labor. I broke up with him because he wanted to be a kept man.
A kept man?
It's fine to dream that he'll be a famous dancer someday, but in reality he's a freelancer living off his parents' money. It's fine if he's earning enough to feed himself, even if he only has a part-time job. But in Max's case, he had no intention of becoming independent. He wanted to marry me, but I didn't want to support a dreamy kept man, so I left him quickly.
Wait a minute. So Max married me so that he could be supported by me?
Probably. You're a full-time employee. He probably thought he wouldn't have to work if he got married to you, and could devote himself to dancing.
Oh no, you're terrible, Helen.
Why me?
If you told me about Max's true identity earlier, I wouldn't have gone after him.
Well, you were about to have a baby. I couldn't say you shouldn't go for Max. Besides, you married Max because you liked his handsome face, right?
True, Max is handsome, but handsome alone is not enough to make a living. I just had a baby and I can't support my husband by myself.
Maybe it's too late to say that. You do your best to earn money, or you should get Max to work too.
I've got an idea. Helen, let's trade husbands.
What?
I'll give Max to you. Give me your husband.
Excuse me?
You said you met your husband at your workplace, right? So your husband is a company employee, right?
Yes, but
I'd rather marry a stable company employee than a self-proclaimed dancer.
What a nonsense. Husbands are not things. Don't say so easily that you want to trade husbands. You were so preoccupied with plundering my husband that you couldn't see Max's true nature. But you chose Max of your own will, and you already have a child. You should be happy with Max.
That's impossible. I can't be happy with a dreamy freelancer.
Well then, good luck taking care of the baby and your husband.
I don't like this, Helen. Help me. What am I going to do now?
Well, I don't know. You're on your own.
Helen!
Emma is still married to Max, a self-proclaimed dancer who's chasing his dream. Rumor has it that Emma leaves her child at a daycare center and works. But she's exhausted from work, childcare, and taking care of her husband. She's now looking 10 years older than she used to look. Even if she tries to ask her parents for help, her parents have cut ties with her, so they won't help her. As for Max's parents, just like Max, they only think of depending on Emma, so they won't help Emma either. Emma regrets that it wasn't supposed to be like this. As for me, I am spending my lively days with my sweet husband and my lovely 2-year-old daughter. And recently I found out that I am pregnant with my second child. I'm looking forward to the birth of our second child together with my family.
Huh? My daughter's calling me at this hour? I can't really hear her. Yes, hello? What's wrong, Nicole?
Dad, can you hear me? It's me, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, what's up?
Dad, help me.
Nicole, what's wrong?
I can't take it anymore. I just landed at the international airport. I need you to come and get me.
What? You're back home already? You're supposed to be in China with your mom, right?
There's been a bit of a mix-up. My face and body are all hurt and...
Huh? Why isn't your mom with you?
I can't tell you that.
She can't just send her high school daughter back home by herself.
Yeah.
I've been calling your mom, but she's not answering. Considering the time difference, it's morning in China now, right?
Right.
It's not midnight or anything? Why isn't she answering? Is there something you're not telling me? What's going on? You're gonna have to be more specific.
I'm in pain all over my body, and I need to go to the hospital right away. I can barely walk.
Are you hurt?
A little.
What happened? Did you get into some kind of trouble? Tell me the details.
Sorry, can we do that later? I'm at my wit's end.
Ask someone at the airport to call an ambulance. I'm going to the airport now too. Nicole? Hey, are you okay? Hey, what the hell are you doing? How could you do such a terrible thing? You should know better as a mother. I really can't believe it.
Excuse me? I don't know why you're abusing me like this.
How can you let your daughter come back from China alone?
What are you talking about?
You went to China with her, remember? Her face and body are covered in scars. You're her mother. What are you doing?
I never went abroad.
What? Don't lie to me. I drove you to the airport.
I got a call before boarding that my father was in critical condition, so I went straight to my parents' place.
What about Nicole?
Of course, I asked her to come with me, but she got upset that the trip was cancelled. She says she'd go home, so I just gave her the cab fare.
But your father loves Nicole. Nicole must have wanted to come with you. It's just so weird to think that she would come home alone.
I told her the same thing, but she was so mad that I couldn't handle it. She's a high school student. I thought she would be safe if she's taking a cab, so I let her go home alone.
That's not what Nicole told me.
You mean she hasn't been home for the past few days?
That's right. I wonder where she's been all this time.
I wonder if she's gotten herself involved in something strange. That's all I'm worried about.
Why didn't you call me sooner?
I figured you'd figure it out when Nicole got home. And I've been kind of busy. I figured I'd hear from you if anything happened.
I thought you guys were in China together.
We just wanted to get a preview of China before Nicole goes there on a study abroad program. There's no rush, so we decided to take a rain check.
Nicole said she flew back alone and wanted me to pick her up at the airport. She says she had a pain and needed to go to the hospital. I haven't heard from her since. I hope she's not involved in some kind of trouble. Or is Nicole up to something?
What do you mean? Have you tried calling Nicole?
She's not answering. Anyway, I got a cab and I'm heading to the airport.
What the hell is she doing?
Is your father going to be okay?
For now, but my mom's a little distracted and unstable, so I wanted to stay with her a little longer. But with Nicole in such a state, it's going to be impossible.
I'll be fine. You can stay by her side. I'll take care of Nicole.
But
I'll talk to the police as well.
If we make too big a deal out of it, it might make it harder for Nicole to come home. She might just be acting like a prankster because she's unhappy that the trip was cancelled.
We don't have time to joke about this situation. What if something really happened to her? It's too late for regrets, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, call me if you find out anything. I'm so worried I don't know what to do.
Okay, I'll call you. We found Nicole.
What? Where was she?
At the hospital. She was badly injured. Broken ribs and injury to internal organs.
Oh no.
I don't know why she was at the airport. Apparently she didn't call an ambulance. She took a cab. And in the cab she complained of severe pain and the driver took her to the hospital. I'm glad the nurse called me.
Is Nicole okay?
The surgery went well. She was a little conscious last night when I rushed over, but she didn't tell me anything. They gave her some painkillers, so she's asleep now.
Okay.
The doctor said she's in a lot of emotional shock. I don't know what happened, but she broke her rib, which is a big deal. Poor thing.
I know. I wonder what happened.
Can you come over now? You know, in times like this, I think Nicole would want her mother by her side.
Actually, my father's in critical condition again.
What? But you said he got better yesterday.
We were relieved about that last night, but I don't think he's going to make it. I think tonight is the most critical time.
Okay, I'll take care of Nicole.
I like to come home as soon as I can. I honestly don't know what to do. I can't believe so much is happening all at once. I'm scared. I'm overwhelmed with anxiety.
Fortunately, Nicole is alive. She's in stable condition, so we'll be fine.
Thank you. If you hadn't been there for her, I wouldn't have been able to support my mom.
That's what families are for, right? You can count on me.
I know. I'm glad I married you. I feel so much better knowing you're here.
Me too. I'll be praying for your father. When he gets better, let's all go on a trip together again.
I hope that day comes.
I'm going back home to get Nicole a change of clothes.
Take good care of Nicole.
Hello, please get well, and I hope you will reply to this text soon. I pray from the bottom of my heart. Jerry, what's up? What kind of message is that? Huh? You've regained consciousness? Oh, thank God. I can't believe you've recovered enough to send me back text messages. Megan must be happy too. What? What are you talking about? That message you just sent me sound like I'm going to die. Well, Megan told me that you were in a critical condition. What are you talking about? I'm alive and well. I was eating jelly with my wife. What kind of a joke is that? Are you at home? Yes. Is Megan there? No, she hasn't visited us for 6 months. What about Nicole? Has she been there the past few days? I haven't seen Nicole forever. You should bring her around once in a while. I haven't seen her since she came to show me her new uniform for high school. She was saying she wanted to study abroad. If she's going to study abroad, remember to tell her to visit me before she leaves, okay? I see. So that's how it is. What happened? Nicole got seriously injured and is in the hospital right now. What? Why? I don't know the details, but it's becoming more and more likely that Megan is involved. What? Megan is lying to me. She canceled her trip to China with Nicole. She told me she rushed to the hospital because you're in critical condition. Why would she lie like that? I don't know. All I know for sure is that Nicole was seriously injured, and Megan is hiding something. I'm glad I contacted you. Thanks to that, we now know that Megan is suspicious. Is Nicole going to be okay? Her internal organs were damaged, but the surgery was a success. But she seems to have suffered a lot of psychological damage. She won't talk about what happened. Can my wife and I visit the hospital too? I don't mind, but I don't know if Nicole will talk. I don't care. I want to see Nicole's face. Tell me, which hospital? Understood. Thank you. I'm sure Nicole will be happy if you come. Yeah, instead of just waiting for her to visit us, we should have just gone to see her ourselves. If we had done that, this might not have happened. That's not true. But if Megan had hurt Nicole, I wouldn't forgive her. If that's the case, I understand. I feel the same way. There's no need to condone what she'd done. Whether she's my daughter or not, I won't forgive anyone who would hurt my granddaughter. I'm relieved to hear that. Anyway, I'll wait for Nicole's recovery. She's the only one who knows the truth. We'll be there in 2 hours. You've been by Nicole's side the whole time, right? We'll take over. You get some rest. Thank you.
My father is all better now. I'm thinking of coming home tomorrow. How is Nicole? Has she spoken yet?
You never call Nicole's name again.
Huh? What are you saying? I'm Nicole's mother. I'm supposed to be worried about her.
It's not Nicole's condition you're worried about. It's whether or not Nicole will expose your lies.
What do you mean?
You lied to me about your father's condition.
What? What are you talking about? I'm in the hospital with my father.
Your father is with me right now. He's in the hospital with Nicole.
No way.
You thought there was no way I'd contact your father, right? Because your father was in critical condition, huh? That's why you lied so brazenly. I almost fell for your trap.
Why didn't you fall for it? What's the point of contacting someone who's unconscious?
When my mom was in critical condition, and I couldn't visit her right away, so I sent her a text, thinking she wouldn't read it. After a while, she regained consciousness. I was so happy when she replied back saying thank you. I remembered that. And so I texted your father, and I found out that you never went to your parents' house, and that your parents were both fine. You got any excuses? Let's hear them.
Nicole, what did she say?
At first, she was in shock and she wouldn't even look at me, but with your father and mother by her side, she gradually started to talk.
What? She talked?
Why are you surprised?
I mean...
Is it because she broke her promise to you guys? Of course, that's invalid. Threatening her and forcing her to make promises have no effect.
So, she told you everything. Please, let me see Nicole.
No, I can't. I don't know what you'll do to keep her quiet.
I won't do anything. I'm glad she's doing well. I just want to see my daughter's cheerful face.
Cheerful face? Nicole's mind and body are in shambles because your boyfriend had beaten her up.
What?
You let your boyfriend accompany you to China and Nicole saw you cheating, right?
That's...
Nicole told me everything. She said your boyfriend got mad at Nicole for accusing you and beating her up. He threatened her not to tell her father about this if she didn't want to go through this again.
I'm sorry.
He also threatened her, saying that he could do whatever he wanted to her father. To protect me, Nicole kept her mouth shut. She's still in high school, and yet she was trying to protect me. I can't believe that such a good girl would be hurt by the worst people like you. I really can't forgive you.
You know...
You thought of a plot to have your father in critical condition, and you sent a battered Nicole back home. And you two had fun together, right? Did you enjoy it?
It's not like that.
What's not?
I'm sure Nicole told you, but I didn't hurt her at all.
You were there and you didn't help. You're just as guilty.
I stopped him. I said it was too much. But then I saw how violent he was, and I thought maybe he'd hit me next. I was so scared.
So what?
What?
You know, I'm really surprised at your in-your-face tactics. Earlier, you were trying to win me over to your side by pretending to be weak and inviting my sympathy. Do you really think that kind of tactic is going to work?
Don't tell me such a terrible thing.
You're the one who's terrible. Okay, let's just say that you couldn't stop your boyfriend from attacking Nicole because you were afraid of the guy.
Yes.
But you stayed in China. You put your wounded daughter on a plane by herself, and then you spent days having fun with the guy. If you really cared about Nicole, you wouldn't have done that, would you? You could have rushed back home, called me, called an ambulance, called the police. There were so many things you could have done, but you didn't do it, right?
Well, she seemed fine, so I thought she'd be okay.
Even though she had broken ribs and injury to internal organs? I don't know how much force it takes to do something like that. Poor Nicole. I'll never forgive that guy.
I'm sorry. I deserve to be thrown away. But I just want to apologize to Nicole.
What are you playing at? Your apology gonna make Nicole's bones stick together?
No, but...
Then shut up.
But I want to apologize.
You just want to feel better, don't you? Nicole doesn't want your selfish apology.
Are my parents angry?
You don't have to ask. They're saying it's not even enough just to cut ties with you.
I'm really sorry.
I said I don't want an apology. Give me the guy's contact info.
What?
If you feel even a millimeter of remorse for Nicole, let me meet him.
I can't do that.
You're covering for him?
I'm sorry, but no matter what you say, I can't sell him out. He's important to me.
What? More than your daughter?
It's not a comparison.
Are you crazy?
Because he's wild and manly. Every woman wants someone like him to rely on.
He's just violent. How could someone hurt a 17-year-old girl? He's just an idiot with no reason and no brains. Is he really human? It's disrespectful to humanity to call himself a human being with such low intelligence.
You're out of line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying bad things about your precious boyfriend.
Don't make fun of me. I'll get angry.
Anyway, you're staying over at his house right after you got back from your trip with him? You can't stop yourself from getting excited being with him, even when you hear that your daughter is in such a state? You're no better than animals.
Huh? How do you know where I am?
After hearing what Nicole told me, I put detectives on you guys just in time for you to return home.
What are you doing?
Just for a backup. I can't hold himself responsible if the guy runs away.
I didn't realize I was being followed.
I already have his address, and I've got the guy's license plate number. I'm gonna turn him into the police.
Don't do that.
He's got a nice apartment. Is he a CEO or does he work for a big company? Well, I don't care at all. It's the end of his life anyway.
Please don't.
You may be rotten, but you're still a mother. What have you ever taught Nicole? Don't do bad things. If you do something bad, you go to jail. Isn't that what you've taught her?
Yes, but
Parents have to set an example, don't they?
do you have any proof he hit Nicole? She's just saying that on her own. Everyone is just fooled by Nicole's made-up story. There's no proof.
I have no proof.
See?
But Nicole's boyfriend has proof.
What do you mean?
Nicole was on the video phone. While she was taking a walk, she came across the scene of your affair. She was showing the scene to her boyfriend, discussing what to do. Right after that, you guys started arguing, and things got crazy. So Nicole's boyfriend started recording the call.
Oh my god.
He hadn't heard from Nicole since then, and he was so worried. But I was glad to know that he's such a wonderful man. He came to the hospital and cried when he saw Nicole. I'd be happy to leave my little girl with him. He's a lot more dependable than her mother, who's a total jerk.
I didn't know.
We know where he is. We have proof. You still want to run off?
How much do you want?
What?
That's what my boyfriend says. He says he'll pay you a settlement. As much as you want. He'll pay you what you ask. Just don't go to the police.
Don't belittle me. My precious daughter got hurt. You think I'm going to forgive you with money?
But it's for the best, isn't it? Think about it. You don't have to do anything. You have a lot of money and live a life of elegance from now on.
Yeah, big money is tempting.
Isn't it? Well then.
Here's my best scenario. I throw you and your boyfriend in jail. And I'll sue you for compensation and child support. I'll rip you off until you can't pay a dime.
Not both. I can't pay both.
You have no right to negotiate.
If that happens, I'll lose everything.
Yes, you will. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm hoping for.
You, please, let it go, please.
Why should I? Why should I be compassionate to a criminal?
My dad's not answering his phone. Tell him to help me. His precious only daughter is in trouble. My parents are all I have left.
Your father says he doesn't know you. He says he doesn't know anyone who would hurt her only daughter so badly and also lie about her parent being in a critical condition.
Oh no.
The detectives have the video evidence. They're waiting for the police to arrive in front of the apartment.
Please, I don't want to get caught.
Oh yeah. Don't think you'll live peacefully when you get out of prison.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means look forward to that day. Bye.
Wait, are you going to stalk me for the rest of my life? Don't ever do that. Hey, just answer me. I apologize. I don't want to go to jail.
Of course, the two were arrested. The man was sentenced to 5 years in prison for assault. Megan also was sentenced for 6 years for complicity in a crime and neglect of a child. The man was working for a major company, but of course he was fired. The man got out of prison first and waited for Megan's release from prison. He told her, "I lost everything because of you." He beaten her up and was back in prison. Megan, while suffering from mental illness, made money by working in a nightclub. She continues to pay compensation. She sacrificed her daughter just to enjoy a couple days of trip with her boyfriend. I can't help but snicker. As for Nicole, she recovered well, but she gave up to participate in the study abroad program. I guess she still can't get rid of the bad memories. I feel sorry for her, but I am happy that she found what she wanted to do in the US. I am happy to see that she is thinking positively. She has graduated from university, and she is now working for an IT company. She is still going out with her boyfriend from high school. I'm kind of looking forward to their wedding, but I miss my little daughter at the same time. But I think I can trust her boyfriend. I'm looking forward to seeing Nicole become a wonderful mother, with her asshole mother as the bad role model.
Kira, tomorrow's finally your wedding! Congratulations! I can't believe you and Kenny are finally tying the knots. I'm feeling emotional already, you know? Hey, Hillary, thanks a bunch. Am I being ahead of myself here? Maybe I should have saved it for tomorrow. Not at all. You and the in-laws have been so accepting and caring. I'm really grateful for treating me like your own family. Even our dog Fluffy has taken a liking to you. Remember when he jumped all over you and didn't leave you alone during your first visit? That was crazy. Totally. And you, thank you so much. You've been there right from the start until now, despite being in the middle of a job hunt. Oh, come on. I'm already done with it anyway. Oh, you got an offer? Congrats. Thanks. I got it just yesterday. Guess we have to celebrate for you too then. It's fine, really. Seriously, you've helped us so much with the wedding. Especially getting that amazing poolside garden inside a 5-star hotel for the reception. It's incredible, all thanks to your connection. Just doing my duty as an older sister. Our parents are remarried, so Kenny and I are step-siblings, you know? But since he became my stepbrother, I've always wanted to do anything for him. The same goes for you, Kira. I want us to be like real sisters. That's so sweet. It's really reassuring to have you around. But that's not all, you know? What do you mean? I actually planned a surprise for you guys tomorrow. I hope you'll like it. I'll reveal more during the reception, so look forward to it. A surprise? I'm so excited. I promise you won't be disappointed. Guess you've got a lot to do for tomorrow. I'll let you go now. See you.
Hey, Hillary, what the heck were you thinking? Pushing Kira into the pool during the reception?
That's not true, Kenny. I didn't do it intentionally, you know. It was just an accident.
From where I was standing, it sure looked like you deliberately pushed her. You were the only one close to her at that moment.
Does she think the same too?
She's still unconscious. You know she twisted her ankle when she fell and drowned. She swallowed a lot of water. The doctor says she'll be okay though. But man, having the ambulance show up in the middle of the reception was a complete disaster. She was so looking forward to the wedding, and it meant a lot to me too. All ruined because of you, god darn it.
I swear I didn't mean any harm. You gotta believe me. She's my sister-in-law, for crying out loud. I would never intentionally harm my family. You and I aren't blood-related either, but we've been like real siblings, haven't we? I want the same relationship with her.
Right. I guess I was wrong. Sorry for doubting you.
No worries. I'm glad you believe me. I hope she wakes up soon.
Yeah, me too.
I want to visit her soon, but Mom, Dad, and everyone else are still upset. I'll make sure they're settled first.
Thanks. Everyone needs a reliable sister like you.
I'd do anything for you. Don't hesitate to lean on me.
You're the best. I'll get in touch again once Kira wakes up. Hi, Hillary. I'm sorry for causing trouble at the reception. I heard you looked after my family.
Oh, you came around already? I thought I got you pretty good.
Excuse me?
It would have been better if you just gone to the other side.
Hillary, are you okay?
Why do you ask?
Telling someone to go to the other side. You're not seriously thinking that, right?
I'm dead serious.
What?
Pushing you into the pool and messing up that crappy reception felt so good. I wish I could have finished you off. That's the only regret.
Pushing me? You were the one who pushed me into the pool? I did feel a force on my back, but I had no idea who it was. Even when I asked Kenny, he said he didn't see anything.
Oh, great!
Huh?
See, he's got my back after all. He trusts me more than he trusts you. Pushing you was the right call. You're not fit to be his wife after all.
Wait, what's gotten into you suddenly? You said you were happy about our marriage. You even mentioned wanting to be like real sisters. Remember?
I was just playing along, of course. When we first met, everyone was around, so I had to pretend to be happy for you guys, you know, for the show. I wouldn't just hand Kenny over to someone who appeared out of nowhere. Never.
Out of nowhere? We've been together for 7 years, since our freshman year of college.
I've been in love with him for 26 years, since I was 4.
Even if you deeply care about your brother, this is way over the top.
Not as my brother. I've decided to marry him since I was 4. We aren't blood-related siblings. So when I found out we could get married, I was over the moon. When I first met him, I felt a strong sense of destiny. He's my fate, my future husband. I felt it in my gut.
Do you really think a 4-year-old can feel all that?
Shut up! You came butting in and overshadowing me. So I came up with an amazing scheme to finish you off in the pool at a beautiful hotel. But you're as resilient as a cockroach and ruined everything.
I'm glad to be resilient. I can't stand the thought of being sent off for such a ludicrous reason. I understand that you resent me, but guess what? I'm his wife. The wedding might have been disrupted, but we've already submitted our marriage license.
So what's your point? You can get divorced, you know. I'm not giving him up to you. You're lucky it just ended with a fall in the pool this time. You won't be so lucky next time. Until you kick the buckets or divorce him, I won't hesitate to do what I need to.
If that's what you're up for, bring it on. I'll take appropriate measures too. Of course, I'll let Kenny know about this.
Do whatever you want. He's on my side. He's my sweet future husband who stands up for me. Whatever you say won't diminish the 26 years of bond. Ha ha ha. Hey, what have you done?
What are you talking about?
Don't pretend. I just got a rejection notice from the company where I had the job offer. You must have done something.
I think you're overthinking.
No way. With what happened, it's suspicious how conveniently the offer got rescinded.
I'm telling you, you're misunderstanding something. First of all, you never received an offer.
Yeah, right. What are you talking about?
Once an offer is made, there needs to be a valid reason to rescind it. But since you haven't received an offer yet, I had them just process it as a regular rejection. They were about to send out the letter in a day. It was seriously close. Haha.
How do you know all that?
Do you even know who I am?
Huh? You're Kira. You're the despicable woman who married my brother.
Anything else?
What else?
Ugh, you don't know? I'm astounded. You don't even know about the CEO whose company you wanted to work for?
Huh? The CEO? What? You?
I was surprised too. I've been busy preparing for the wedding, so I left the business to do COO for a while. I had no clue you interviewed for a job at my company.
That's got to be a lie.
I did mention it when we first met. Weren't you listening?
Well, yeah, I just thought you were bluffing. A clueless woman like you is the CEO? Impossible.
Clueless? That's rude, you know. Well, I'm a bit ashamed of myself at how close I got to leaving this life because of you. But thanks to your bold move, my HR staff noticed you and your hiring got stopped.
No way!
You know, a lot of my employees were at the wedding. I couldn't believe that with so many guests there, no one saw you pushing me. I asked around a bit and got a bunch of people who witnessed it. There are plenty who saw you in action right at that moment. When I checked, I found a crucial shot among the others the photographer captured.
Ha, whatever. There are plenty of job opportunities out there in this world. I decline to work for your company anyway. I've got Kenny. No matter what you or anyone else says, he'll always have my back.
I don't think so, Hillary.
Huh? Kenny?
He wanted to chat with you directly after I showed him our conversation, so I added him here. I heard everything after Kira woke up. It was you who pushed her after all. I was a fool to trust you, even for a moment.
Kenny, why? How could you believe this woman over me? We've built a bond as siblings for 26 years, but you choose her over me?
Sorry, but I can't trust you anymore. I'm furious and honestly disgusted.
Disgusted? What do you mean? I'm beautiful, ain't I? I've always been there for you and watched over you. I'm your big sister, for God's sake.
That's the thing.
You said you trusted me.
As a family, I trusted you. We're not blood related, but I relied on you like a real sister. You were always caring to me and our parents. I thought you were a good person. I never thought you were the kind of person who would push Kira into a pool or threaten her.
But what else could I do? You picked that woman over me. I thought maybe if I got rid of her, you'd choose me.
That doesn't make any sense. Even if she were gone, I don't even want to think about it. But even then, I wouldn't choose you.
How come? Don't you see how much I love you?
That creeps me out, you know. I was only 1 when you were 4. Thinking you looked at me like that since I was a baby gives me chills. Seriously. I showed him all the messages you sent me before. He got goosebumps for real. It was pretty sad.
That can't be true. I can't believe you're not accepting my love. I get it. You're being threatened by her, right?
Huh? What?
Kenny, you can be honest, you know. It's okay to say I'm the one you truly love. You want to divorce that shallow fling from college and be with me, who's been with you for 26 years, right?
Got it.
Yes.
I want nothing to do with you anymore.
What?
You've got a lot to say about the love of my life. Listen, she started a business and has been more successful since college. She wanted to prioritize work over marriage, but I begged her to reconsider. I promised her I'd never make her regret it and to make her happy. She finally agreed after I pleaded and persuaded her.
Wow.
I'm glad I married him. He treats me so well and I'm really happy.
You've got to be kidding me. I thought she was the one who seduced you.
You tried to send the woman I adored to the other side. You pretended to be happy and celebrate our marriage, but laughed behind the scenes, right? I should have declined the poolside wedding when you suggested it. I can never forgive you for what you did to her.
Don't say that, Kenny. We're siblings bonded by strong ties, right? We've always had each other's backs.
You're not my sister anymore. Get lost. Stay out of our lives from now on.
No, please.
Have you guys had enough chat between the siblings? I think the police should be arriving at your place soon.
What? The police? For what?
Well, you're a suspect for attempted murder. I mean, I did mention there's photographic evidence of you pushing me into the pool, right?
Jeez, going to the police is overreacting. I apologize, so please reconsider.
I already reported you, so...
Kenny! Convince her!
It was actually me who suggested going to the police. I felt I had to be firm about this, especially since you're my family.
This is too much.
I've already told Mom and Dad about this. They said if you're guilty, they want you to reflect on it and take responsibility. Hillary tried to evade the arrest and fled from her home before the police arrived. But the family dog, Fluffy, tracked her scent and they found her. She was taken away in the back of a patrol car. Ha ha ha. Regarding the incident of being pushed into the pool, it was eventually settled out of court, so she didn't end up in prison. After being rejected by my company, she struggled to find a job. She tried asking her parents and relatives for help, but they all turned her down. Ha ha ha. In the end, she's juggling multiple part-time jobs to cover my hospital bill, the cleaning expenses for my wedding dress, and the compensation I claimed. As for me, my professional and private lives are going amazingly, and I'm enjoying life every day. Before marriage, I prioritized work and thought I didn't want kids. Lately, influenced by Kenny's love, I'm thinking maybe expanding the family wouldn't be a bad idea.
Your dress looks gorgeous. It's flaming red.
It's a wedding dress, so it's pure white, right? You mean it's angelic? The dress from my bachelorette party is red, though.
Nah, it's not about the color, you know? Any dress would burn the same way, right? It's on fire, you know? It's on flame.
What do you mean?
I threw the dress you were supposed to wear for the wedding in a barrel. And I'm burning it in my backyard as we chat. It's cold today, so it's warming me up. Burning flames are beautiful, you know. It's way more impressive than just a plain white piece of fabric.
You're kidding, right?
Maybe it's made of synthetic fibers. It's burning really well. Woohoo!
You've got to be kidding me. You're just bluffing, right?
You still think it's a joke. It's really burning. I'm filming it, so
I was over the moon. I never expected things to turn out like this. After that chat, I received a video of my dress up in the flame. That dress had a significant meaning to me. I was shattered and couldn't stop crying. I couldn't understand how someone was capable of doing something so cruel. I was filled with anger and hatred for the person I had once decided to spend the rest of my life with. We've called off the engagement, and I'm preparing to seek compensation. Meanwhile, Jake's still trying to hurt me. as common as they are now.
So?
The dress you burned was that one. It's worth $130,000.
Do you have proof it was worth that much?
My mom's very meticulous. She has the dress's order form and receipt. Of course, she also has pictures of her wearing it. The dress was so incredible that it attracted media attention. There should be magazines out there that can prove its value.
Even so, there's no way it's still the same price as it was back then.
Indeed, it was worth $160,000 back then.
What?
Did you check the ashes? It had gemstones on it. Plus, you said it was synthetic, but it was mostly silk.
No.
The shop estimated its value at $130,000, based on that alone.
No way. That's a big oops, huh?
So, let's talk about the total amount of $200,000 you need to pay.
Nah, not happening.
I figured you'd say that.
You can't win if you don't play. Too bad for you.
Yeah, too bad for you too.
Why?
Are you familiar with asset seizure?
I've got no clue. Such a law doesn't exist.
You're hopelessly dumb, huh? Asset seizure allows forcibly seizing your possessions to make you pay up.
Wouldn't you have to win in court for that to happen?
It's pretty much guaranteed I'll win. I have a video of you burning the dress and plenty of testimonies.
I've got compromising shots too.
It's easy to expose the fakes in court. You know what happens if you present false evidence, right?
Ugh.
I can have your car, your apartment, your salary, everything seized for you.
Don't. I won't be able to start a new life.
Frankly, that's impossible in the first place. You'll end up under police custody anyway.
Why would I? I'm not going to jail. I didn't do anything wrong.
The thing is, you did. Everything you've done is a crime. Burning the dress, warning me about being alone on a dark street, and threatening me with those pictures. There's evidence for it all. I've already contacted the police.
Don't mess with me.
I'm dead serious.
You're in the wrong here. You're just so dull. Someone like you shouldn't come against me.
Look who's talking. If a handsome guy said the same, I might back down. But I don't want to hear it from you.
Darn it.
My mom saw the photos you sent and didn't suspect me at all. When she found out about the dress being burned, she cried. I'll never forgive you for making her cry.
Forgive me.
I'm not joking around here. It's $200,000. Just imagine, that's a huge amount of money. It's enough to turn someone's life around.
My new life.
I would never marry a man with so much debt. Your past deeds will come to light soon. Remember that there are many people out there who hold grudges against you.
My friends have already distanced themselves. I lost my friends and now I'm losing my girl too.
Thanks for making me realize how shallow of a person you are. If we had gone through with the wedding, I'm sure I would have had a miserable marriage. I'm really glad.
Right. Let's start over.
Huh?
We'll get back together. Let's just register our marriage without a wedding ceremony. I love you, Audrey.
I wish you were next to me right now so I could kick you with all my might.
I allow you to kick me, so let's get married. I mean, you contacted me because you wanted us to get back together in the first place, right?
Just keep your jokes to that smelly feet of yours, will you?
You mentioned something I'm bothered about again.
We're never getting back together. We'll only communicate through lawyers from now on. I'll block you on the phone. If you come near me, I'll take out a restraining order. Understood?
Understood.
My mom's about to be discharged from the hospital. I want to take her to a nice spa resort, so pay the compensation promptly. I'll say it again. It's $200,000. Stop dilly-dallying and start gathering as much money as you can.
Come on, can you lower the amount of it?
No, I won't budge a single cent.
We're exes. Can't you cut me a little slack?
Declined.
Please, Audrey, spare me.
Pay up quickly, you scumbag. Jake was apprehended by the police. While I like to see him behind bars, I also want him to quickly pay the compensation. It's a bit of a dilemma. The court ruled entirely in my favor, which was expected but still satisfying. He managed to sell the car and I got $20,000 in advance. With that, I brought my mom to a somewhat upscale spa resort. We talk a lot about various things, and it's the first time in a while that we relax together. Maybe I have that idiot to thank for the precious time we're having, but I have no intention of forgiving him. I'll make him pay, even if it takes a lifetime. He's probably in detention right now. It must be cold there. I might as well bask in this warm jacuzzi and enjoy my sense of superiority. Am I a terrible person?
What are already upset? Hey, were you not home earlier? There was a package from a courier for you. Because you weren't there, I got a call on my phone. What are you doing? If you're a stay-at-home wife, you should be there. You can't just neglect your responsibilities.
Oh, didn't I mention? I started a part-time job.
A part-time job? Oh, so you really started, huh?
I was on my way home just now.
And what is it?
What?
Don't tell me you're going to use that as a reason to make me do housework.
No, of course not. I've started working outside, so obviously I couldn't receive the package, you know. After all, we have a lot of expenses, and I thought I should earn money too. If you were willing to do housework as well, I'd be happy, but...
That's definitely your ulterior motive.
I'm not planning anything like that.
Then why did you get a job?
Simply to earn more money. I also thought I should earn money for myself too. Of course, I plan to contribute to the household as well.
Alright, I guess. Feel free to do as you like.
Yeah, thanks.
Are you still at work?
Sorry, I'm just on my way home. The task took a bit longer.
You've been carried away lately. You have a part-time job or whatever, but I think you're starting to feel like you're the breadwinner. Lately, you haven't been cleaning the house properly. Your already lax attitude has become even worse. I thought I could let the missed courier delivery slide, but I can't overlook it anymore. A woman's job is to take care of the household. It's outrageous to abandon it for some meaningless part-time job.
I'm sorry, but there's no other way. Our savings have been decreasing lately. We've been married for just a year, but thinking ahead to when we might have kids, it's just more expenses piling up. In that case, I think we'll need dual incomes. I'd like you to understand at least a bit.
Who do you think you are, huh?
What?
Why do I have to obey your command?
I didn't mean it that way.
You know, this is really irritating. You don't get to preach to me. Asking for my understanding as if you're someone special? Do you think you have the right to voice your opinions to me? I'm not allowing such presumptuousness.
I apologize. Oh, by the way, my paycheck came yesterday. It was in an envelope. Do you know where it went?
Oh, I put it into the account.
Into the account tied to the household expenses? I checked, but there was nothing.
No, in my personal account. Is there a problem?
Well, I mean, if there's not enough money in the household account, I'm not going to be able to make the payments. I want you to put it in there, and that's what I intended. I'm working for the expenses and not for your pocket money.
Do you enjoy irritating me? I handle our finances, right? So it doesn't matter which account your paycheck goes to.
That may be true, but...
Then why are you complaining? You know, husbands are normally the head of the household, so that money is the husband's money. It's perfectly reasonable to consider all the money you earn from your job to be mine, and in fact, that's the way it should be.
I'm working because I wanted some money to spend on my own within reason. I did say I was going to put it into the house, but all of it is too much.
Oh, I see.
I was going to put half of it in, you know.
You can lie as much as you want. Well, I lost all interest in giving you the money because you said that.
Not fair.
No matter how much money you make, it all goes to my account from now on.
Fine.
So get back now and make some food, you good-for-nothing.
Oh, by the way, have you been coming home earlier lately? You sound to be at home already.
Stop blabbering and come home now.
Got it.
Good afternoon, this is Dave from Eagle Eye Investigation. I've been tasked with investigating your husband's debts. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Our household budget is always tight. Although he says he manages the finances, I checked his bank statement in his file today. To my surprise, there was no money there. I'm quite sure I was looking at the correct account statement.
Right, I understand. May I confirm if it's okay to go back 3 years for the investigation?
Yes, please, go ahead. I'm embarrassed to say this, but I have very little money personally. I won't be able to pay more than the amount I mentioned before.
As long as it's within the 3-year time frame, there's no problem regarding the agreed-upon fee. If we need to go further back, additional costs will apply.
Thank you. I appreciate your understanding and help.
Hey, you're still doing a part-time job, right? We gotta notice that some payments are overdue. Can't you even manage such little things properly? This is plain neglect of your duties. Also, hand over your paycheck soon. They should be going into my account. If you hide or spend that money elsewhere, there'll be consequences. Hey, are you there? Answer me.
Yes, but what are you going to use my salary for? You're not using it for our utility bills, right? Even using it as pocket money is excessive, don't you think?
What's it to you? Stop talking back. Besides the utilities, there are others that I need to handle separately. They are expenses you don't understand. You don't know anything.
So what are those payments for, if you don't mind telling me?
Huh? Why do I need to tell you?
I'd like to check, that's all.
Shut up. I'm busy right now.
Then, for example, is it for the mortgage?
Yeah, that's one of them.
What about utility bills like electricity?
Included. Satisfied now?
But both of those are linked to our household account, aren't they? I double-checked, and it seems like our loan, electricity, water, gas, and other things are all connected to our household account. So what are you paying for?
Shut up. There are other expenses, alright? Things you couldn't possibly understand.
Basically it's personal expenses, right?
Yes, Is that what you wanted to hear?
Oh, I knew it.
No, when I say personal, I mean it's related to the house in some way.
I see. Are you at work now?
Yeah.
But you can tell lies as much as you want, right?
What are you talking about? Are you doubting me? Me of all people. Do you know what'll happen if you cross me like this?
You should know the consequences of constantly lying. You'll have a hard time later. I know you're not at your workplace right now. I called the company and they said you were terminated and no longer work there.
No way. That's got to be a mistake.
You were fired 3 months ago, right? I've got all the evidence. You embezzled company money and got fired for misconduct.
How do you know about that?
I hired a private investigator with the money I secretly saved for my job.
A private investigator? Wait, so you suddenly started working, and you were using the money for that?
Right. So everything about you for the past 3 years came to light.
3 years?
You've been in debt all along, huh? It's whopping $50,000. You've been hiding it since we were dating. You're a complete idiot. You said I was neglecting my duties. What right do you have to say that to me? You haven't been working at all, and you can't even manage your money properly. You're the biggest offender.
No, that's not. It's not my debt. It's all because I became a cosigner for my friend's loan.
Oh, I see. So you're a cosigner.
That's right. It's not my fault. My friend signed up for me without my permission. I'm a victim.
According to the report from the investigator, the causes of the debts are gambling, squandering, and womanizing. The places where you borrowed the money were primarily associated with these, though.
Whatever. You're so full of crap. What makes you think you have the right to say that to me? I'll divorce you. Are you okay with that?
Sure, let's get a divorce. And don't ever come close to me. So long. I feel so much better now.
Wait, you're kidding, right?
Well, is there any benefit to me staying with you? A man who doesn't work and is covered in debts?
Ugh. It's true, I owe money for a long time. I did take the company's money and I got fired for it. But what am I supposed to do now?
Well,
I have a history of misconduct now, and it's tough to find another job with that kind of record. Please, your part-time job is all I have. Help me out. Let's, start over and care for each other like before, okay? I'll really change my ways. What do you say?
how long are you going to treat me like I'm an idiot? You're just a complete loser. I'd divorce you today or tomorrow if I could. I don't want anything to do with you ever again.
Don't mess around with me, you piece of trash. I won't accept a divorce. You better pay off my debts.
Don't you know that there's no rule that says a married couple has to pay off each other's debts that were acquired before marriage? Well, even if you don't agree to the divorce, I wonder what your parents will say. I told them everything this morning.
No, you're lying.
I showed them the results of the investigation. They're coming over tonight. Well, make sure you come home early from your so-called workplace. See you later.
Hey, wait. I'm sorry, just not my parents.
Wilson's father was extremely angry with him, and it turned into a big commotion with physical altercations. We had to call an ambulance at one point, and afterward his parents apologized to me, and we filed for a divorce. In the end, the domestic violence was acknowledged, and Wilson was ordered to pay alimony. Of course, there was no support from his parents. He took out another loan for it, and I haven't heard from him since. There have been rumors that he's surrounded by intimidating individuals and is forced to work day and night. I'm still working part-time at a clothing store, and I'm savoring the fact that I can actually save money now.
sister's husband to be for help. I imagine he can send us enough money to have a nice life. In that case, we won't need you. You can get out of the house anytime. You've been treating me like a bank machine for years, and now you are telling me to leave because you're done with me? Enough is enough. I've never cared for you and your attitude. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you to give him to her. And don't ever show your face around here again. Fine. I don't need you anymore. Sadia should marry him. How much should I ask him to send us? One thing we agree on is that I'll not show my face around here again. That's it. And Sadia is not going to marry my fiancé. What? I can't stand the family drama. I'm not going to show my face, as you asked. I'm going to cut off our ties once I'm married. Please, stay out of my life. What's wrong with you? Why are you so upset? Don't talk back to me. I'm your mother. Do as I say. Give him to Sadia. You're not a perfect match anyway. A high school graduate with low income like you, married to a doctor? It will only end in divorce. That may be true. Julia is a smart woman. She might get fed up with me one day and divorce me. What? Who's this? Hi, Hazel. It's George, your daughter's fiancé. You mean you're her husband-to-be? And your father runs a medical clinic, right? I'm sorry to introduce myself like this. Julie told me she didn't want us to meet. Oh dear. Sadia continues to ignore Mom's calls for money. Mom lost it and went to see Sadia at work. In front of the office, she yelled, "Who raised you?" And "What's wrong with this company? My daughter can't afford to support me." The security guards had to drag my mother away. After that, it didn't take long for Sadia to feel awkward at work, so she quit her job. In the end, she reluctantly started living with Mom again. She wanted to sell her clothes and fashion items to make ends meet, but Mom and Sadia found out they were fake. When they found out it was all worthless, they almost had a heart attack.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Mom, I have something to tell you. Can I have a moment now?
Janet? Okay, but please be brief. I'm busy.
I'm getting married.
What? You're kidding, right?
It's true.
I can't imagine anyone marrying a failure like you.
The only people who treat me like a failure are my parents. I wanted to call you directly, but neither you nor Dad would ever answer my calls, right? So I thought I'd just text you for now.
So, you're really getting married?
That's what I've been saying all along.
I won't allow you to get married.
Huh?
Your sister Erica is still single. How can I allow you, her younger sister, to get married first?
It doesn't matter who gets married first.
Of course not. Erica is already 30 years old. If you get married first, what will the world think?
Don't worry about it. She's not the type to worry about something like that.
Erica is just too kind to say anything about it. You should know that well if you're her sister.
What?
You are sisters, but why are you so different from each other? Erica is beautiful, kind, and considerate. You're ugly, mean, and have zero compassion.
I'm tired of hearing you say that. You're so quick to compare us like that.
Even if we raised you the same way, one of you can be good and the other can be a failure. You must have had different qualities from the start.
I don't remember being raised the same way. Anyway, now that the marriage is finalized, I'll introduce you to my fiancé next time.
No, thank you. I'm not interested in your fiancé. You're a piece of work anyway. And you're marrying just some average company employee, right?
No, don't make assumptions.
Okay. I don't care what your fiancé is doing. I'm telling you, I'm not going to your wedding.
What?
Just because I'm your parent, you can't expect me to celebrate your wedding unconditionally. If it's Erica's wedding, I'll be happy to attend. But your wedding is nothing to celebrate. Frankly, it's a waste of time and money.
Oh, you're saying that far.
There's nothing more miserable than a wedding that your parents don't attend, isn't there? But you tried to get married before Erica. At best, you should be embarrassed at the ceremony.
I can't believe that's something a parent would say.
Parents? I'll take this opportunity to make it clear. Your father and I don't consider you our daughter. Erica is beautiful and talented enough to be our daughter. I will never go to your wedding.
Okay, but are you sure you won't regret it?
Of course not. Your father is laughing next to me and agreeing with me.
What? Dad's not coming either?
Why are you so surprised? Of course he's not coming. He will be busy with work. He doesn't have time to go to your wedding.
I see. Then I won't send the invitations.
Yeah, it's a waste of paper, so don't send us in the first place.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
You're persistent. You're really getting on my nerves.
Okay. Bye.
Janet, you told Mom you're getting married.
Oh, sis, Mom told you right away, didn't she?
I asked her why she was in such a bad mood. She told me she got a text from you. You weren't in touch with Mom and Dad since you moved out. I thought you wouldn't tell them about your marriage.
That's true. They've treated me coldly since we were kids. I wasn't sure what to do, but she's my parent, so I thought I'd at least tell her I was getting married. It would be troublesome if they complained later that I didn't tell them. I see. Well, as expected, it seems that both Mom and Dad are not coming to the wedding. Is that so? But your fiancé? I tried to tell her, but she said she's not interested. Oh, wow. I guess Mom can't stand the idea of me getting married before you. Huh. I don't really care about that. It's hard for you too, isn't it? Mom thinks you and her are the same, doesn't she? That's right. Earlier, she said you are brazen and selfish to get married before her sister. She was all one-sided. I told her that's not true, but she wouldn't listen to me at all. I guess she wanted you to be on her side at all costs. Both Mom and Dad have doted on you since we were kids. It really bothers me. Even I wanted to move out of their house and live on my own. They'd press me. You won't abandon your old parents, will you? I couldn't leave them, and now I've reached this age. Your life is hard too, isn't it? Well, maybe it's not as hard as yours, but I certainly want to get out of their house as soon as possible. But sis, you're planning to move out soon, right? I'm not sure, but that's the plan. I'm sure you'll be fine. It's just for a little while longer, so hang in there. Yeah. Janet, I'm leaving their house now. What? What's going on, sis? I thought you were planning to move out next spring. It's an emergency. I'm moving in with my boyfriend with just the bare minimum of stuff. What? What happened? It sucks. Mom and Dad have found my future husband. What? Don't tell me they're trying to compete with my marriage. I guess so. Mom suddenly said, "There's someone I want you to meet." She said, "You must be frustrated that your sister's going to marry first." I never said anything like that. It seems that Dad knows a man who is looking for someone to marry. They even set me up to go on a date with him, and the date is tomorrow. What is that? What's he like? He's a section chief at a major company. He's divorced and about to turn 40. 40? He's 10 years older than you. Mom said I shouldn't worry about the age difference. She said it's more important to have a steady income. Of course I said no, but as usual, she didn't listen to me at all. Well, I tried to explain that I was seeing someone else, but she just ignored me. Anyway, she must be desperate to get me married before you do. This 40-year-old man also wants to get married right away, probably because his parents are rushing him. He wants to date me once, and if everything is okay, he's thinking of filing the marriage certificate right away. Oh no! Does your boyfriend know about this? Yes, he does. I called him earlier. He's going to pick me up at a nearby shopping mall. I'm going to sneak out of my parents' house now and head to the meeting place. If Mom and Dad ask where I am, don't ever tell them. Okay, I understand. I'll pretend I don't know anything. Please. Don't panic. Be careful. Yep. Janet? You're still sleeping? You're still a sloppy girl. Hurry up and answer the phone. Mom, what are you doing here so early in the morning? We have a problem. I woke up this morning and Erica wasn't home. Huh? Do you know where she went? Didn't she call you? No, I haven't heard anything, but did something happen? You don't know either? Oh God, how long has she been gone? She is supposed to have an important date today. Date? Yes, she is. She is about to go on her first date with her fiancé. Her fiancé is supposed to pick her up at 9 a.m. Huh? Fiancé? Erica's fiancé. Huh? Does she have a fiancé? Come to think of it, I haven't told you yet. Erica just got engaged yesterday. He's a little older than her. He's a nice guy and can excel at work. She is supposed to have a first date with him today. I wonder if Erica forgot her date and went out. Wait a minute. About the date with the fiancé, you set that up on your own, didn't you? You told her after the fact, right? How could Erica refuse such a good offer? I don't think it's right to decide without asking her availability. Did she ask you to find someone to marry? She didn't ask me to. Erica is already 30 years old. Of course she's in a hurry to get married. Besides, you outdid her. She must be happy that we got her a fiancé. You'd have to ask her to know that. I don't have to ask her. Erica's a good girl who loves her parents. She must want to have a family with a man with a high income to make me and Dad feel secure. I don't think so. Shut up! What would a failure like you know about Erica? Oh well, anyway, I'll keep out of her business. If you want to look for her, look for yourself. You're a cold girl. I'm not going to depend on you from the beginning. You really are a genius at wasting time just to irritate me, aren't you? Good morning, sis. I know you're probably still sleeping, but I just wanted to let you know. I just got a text from Mom. It seems she just realized that you were not home. Oh, Janet, good morning. I'm already awake. So, Mom didn't notice all last night? No, she wondered how long you had gone. That's great. I got to my boyfriend's safe and sound. I think I'll stay away from my parents' house for a while. Yeah, I know. But you're okay with your job? Your boyfriend's house is far from your work. It must be hard for you to commute from there. I'll be fine. I've been thinking about moving out sooner or later. I talked to my boss before, and he made it possible for me to work remotely. I see. That's my sister. I'm moving out earlier than planned, but I told my boss about the situation, and he was very understanding. I see. Then there's nothing to worry about. Anyway, I'm glad you and your boyfriend could meet up. Are you going to have the wedding as planned? Yes. Will you be able to attend? Of course, but I'll be the only relative of the bride. That's okay. I don't expect Mom and Dad to be there from the beginning. If you can come, that's all that matters. Well then, I'll look forward to the wedding. Janet, I heard you had your wedding the other day. Long time no see, Mom. Oh yeah, we got married at a small church in Hawaii. We only invited our family, so it was cozy. We could see the beautiful ocean from the church, and it was the best ceremony ever. I didn't call you to hear you bragging about it. Oh my. Why didn't you invite me and Dad? Well, because you said you would never go. If I had known who you were getting married to, I would have. Your husband is the president of your father's client's company. Yes, he is. Why didn't you tell me that first? The president of your dad's company told him about your wedding. He asked him why he didn't attend the wedding. He said he was so embarrassed. I'm sure he was. It's not funny. Your husband's company, it's an important business partner of your father's company. It's because you didn't tell me about your fiancé. I didn't think something like this would happen. No. I tried to tell you, but you interrupted me and said you weren't interested. What? But I thought I should try to tell you again. But just then, you and Dad disregarded Erica's wishes, and you arranged her fiancé without asking her. After discussing it with my husband, we decided not to invite you. Oh no. My husband was appalled. She had a boyfriend, but to set up a date with a guy without asking her is just insane. Erica's boyfriend is still a student, right? I can't let Erica marry someone who doesn't even work. But the guy your father and I found is a section chief at a major company. If she's going to get married soon, the person we introduced her to would be better, no matter how you look at it. That's completely ignoring her wishes, isn't it? Huh? She doesn't want to get married soon, and she hasn't even said so. You just assumed that she thinks the same way as you, didn't you? She was told to go on a date with a guy she's never met. You know how scared she was. But she didn't need to leave the house without telling me. I was thinking for the sake of my sweet Erica. I got her the perfect fiancé. And I thought a 10-year age difference was no big deal. I thought Erica would be happy. I never had the slightest intention of scaring her. You and Dad adore her, but that's not real love. You're taking advantage of the fact that she doesn't disobey. You're just forcing your own ideals on her. That's not... Oh yeah, I heard she's getting married soon. What? Erica's getting married too? Even though he is a student? He's a graduate student. He already got a job, so there's nothing to worry about. Erica never told me that. When's the wedding? Where's the venue? I'm not going to tell you. It's my daughter's wedding. There's no way I'm going to skip it. What are you talking about? You said you'd never come to mine. You and Erica are different. She doesn't want to invite you and Dad either. You're kidding. There's no way Erica would say that. Then why don't you check with her? Oh, but she has already blocked you and Dad. Ever since Erica left our house, I haven't been able to contact her at all. Then maybe it's time for me to block you too. The wedding is over. I'm sure I won't be seeing you ever again. Wait a minute. What? Well, you know, we're in a bit of a mess right now. What? He's become the talk of the town for not attending your wedding. It's all over the news at your father's office. He's feeling a little uncomfortable. Well, I guess that's to be expected. It's a family-only wedding, but the bride's parents weren't there. His family was appalled. Not only your father, but I also, well, the son of the family across the street works at the same company as your father, and the whole neighborhood started talking about it. The neighbors gave me the cold shoulder. I'm too scared to leave the house. What goes around comes around. Oh no, your parents are in so much trouble. Why don't you try to help us a little? Of course not. I don't even think of you as my parents. What? Erica and I are sisters. You interfere too much with one of them and try to make her do what you want. You're so cold to the other one, you won't even go to her wedding. Do you have any idea how much stress you've caused me and my sister? Don't you get it? Stress? Let's just put you aside for now, and I don't remember stressing Erica out. Your father and I have been giving her all the love we can. You don't understand at all, do you? Forget it. Wait a minute, Janet. I'll block you. Goodbye. Janet! Shortly thereafter, my father quit the company. It seems that he couldn't stand the whispering behind his back within the company, so he submitted his own resignation letter. After resigning, he tried many companies for interviews to get a job, but he was not hired by any of them, probably because of his age. His severance pay ran out in no time. He now has no choice but to work part-time to make ends meet. Naturally, there's no way he can expect any support from his 2 daughters. My parents are now cursing each other every day, saying, "It's your fault we have to live in such poverty." My sister just had a wedding with her boyfriend. For a long time, she was tied down by her parents. I am relieved to hear that she is now enjoying her newlywed life with her husband. I, on the other hand, became pregnant with our first child 6 months after we got married. I am spending my days peacefully, looking forward to the birth of our first child with my loving husband.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Liz, I'm sorry about the bag. Nathan told me. I had no idea it was yours. I had no clue. Oh, it's okay. It's okay if you didn't know. Nathan told me he got it back, so don't worry about it. If that's the case, good, but you know what? Don't be too mad at him, okay? Huh? He said that you were really mad at him, and he was pretty upset. I told him that I liked your bag. He was just trying to give me a present. He wasn't trying to be mean, so please don't nag at him too much, okay? Well, the bag came back anyway, so that's good. I'll make sure to teach Nathan not to steal from others. You shouldn't bother him over this too much, okay? You'll lose your happiness if you keep harping on about something that's already done. More importantly, that's not cute. You're right. Well, I'll keep it in moderation. Just so you know, you should be careful too, Anna. Nathan told me that he spoils you like a little sister. He gets into trouble when you beg him for things. We're about to get married, so please be considerate of your distance from him, okay? Is that so? I'm sorry. Nathan has been with me since we were little, so I feel like he's my real brother. He spoiled me when we were dating, so I haven't been able to get out of that habit. Oh, I also think of you as being like a mother. You're just like my mom. When she gets angry, she gets scary. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I hope you watch your distance from now on. Okay, see you later. I just went to a hotel to take shelter from the rain and took a shower. Anna and I just ran into each other on the way. Oh, really? That thing on Instagram was just Anna playing a prank. It was nothing, seriously. So, it was my misunderstanding, huh? What did you think I'd say? You've been cheating on me with that woman since before that. Huh? Did you think those pictures were the only proof I have? I've been checking up on you ever since I started suspecting you two were having an affair. I used a detective agency. You had fun not only at the hotel but also at her house, right? You can see it all in the photos and videos. Wild man with stupid face shaking his head. Nah, what a lie. What do you mean she's like a little sister? How dare you say that when you're doing what you've been doing? That's disgusting. Wait, listen to me. Let's talk. Please, for God's sake. You don't have to be so desperate. We can at least discuss it. Mainly about the compensation for breaking off the engagement. Wait, please. I'll get the ring back soon. Listen to me. I don't want the ring you cut off. You and the ring can go in the trash. What? I'm going home to my parents. You come when I tell you to. I'll show you the reality of life, you spoiled brat. Good evening, Anna. No, I have nothing to do with this. Nathan told you. Then you already know, right? Did you have fun? Leading your ex-boyfriend onto stealing my stuff? Trying to one-up me on social media? Did you have fun? I didn't mean to. I got fooled by Nathan. I didn't expect him to give me an engagement ring. Okay, that's enough. I know you and Nathan were laughing at me. I was going to show you a thing or two someday. I really wanted to gather more evidence, but after such a strong declaration of war, I'm gonna end it. I really didn't know. Oh yeah, speaking of not knowing, do your parents know that you're sugar dating and messing around? Huh? Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm talking about your secret account. I traced it from your friend's account and found it right away. You were so careless not even locking the account. You also wrote about that bag a while back. You said, I thought it was brand new, but it's a used bag from an old lady. Well, that's how I found out about your sugar dating. I'd love to tell your parents about it. No, don't. No, please don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You should be careful when you do social networking. We live in an age where people can identify your location by the view reflected on your tapioca on the photo. It was a good lesson, wasn't it? Let's talk about the lesson fee later. Of course you'll come, right? If you don't show up, I'll tell your parents about your sugar dating. Better not run away. After that, I received many messages from both Nathan and Anna. I didn't want to see any unsightly excuses from the thief duo, so I ignored all of them. It was the middle of the night, but I simply packed up my belongings and went back to my parents' house. A few days later, Nathan, Anna, their parents, and I gathered for a meeting. When I laid out the evidence of the affair and told them about the bag, ring, etc., their parents turned pale and prostrated themselves. I felt sorry for them. The engagement was broken. I demanded a total of $20,000 in compensation from Nathan and Anna. The parents paid, and they were to be paid back from Nathan and Anna later. Nathan and Anna cried and begged, but in the end, their parents dragged them away. After that, both Nathan and Anna were cut off their relationship with their parents, and their friends and co-workers found out about the incident. Everyone turned their back on them, and they were totally isolated. The two of them are cursing each other and living in tears. I hope that they will regret like hell fooling around with me. I am planning to go on a trip with the money I received. It's better to spend easy money as soon as possible, right? Maybe I'll meet someone wonderful on my trip. I'm looking forward to it now.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.